Can't hear something. If you want. No, that's right. This story. Yeah, do this story.
And they like become like my
I hesitated for a second. He said
3 seconds. He said 3.
Yeah, I said 2. That's true.
I have this reaction very much to me. You're so close to each other. Hard to handle. This last season, probably.
No, sir. That's right.
Really close, up base. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, and his mom does. But yeah, and those all. It was nice.
When they dance.
No, it's later because of the gap.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's later. But we'll offer our finance offer. Good free time on that. Not good enough.
Now, is there a possibility this all can change with the president and everything else? I don't think so.
No, I mean, the biggest thing was if the governor decides that we can't go back, you know,
Yeah.
that'd be the biggest, I don't think we see it as the biggest obstacle.
But you're fine with this one? Hey, I know. I get it.
You're going to go on a run to it. Yeah. Mike Gary was on a run on that.
He told me to tell you.
He's scary.
So he made it.
Jimmy, you okay?
We're live.
He made it. We were going to send out a party tonight.
He lost a lot of weight.
Yeah, one point he
He's
lost,
back.
he lost like 100 pounds.
Yeah, but he's been walking like every day. I've seen him. I live with him.
Yeah, he used to work out. He used to work out in the morning. He was doing it.
I got something to talk.
Okay.
Okay.
This is the July 13, 2020 meeting, special meeting of the Woodstock Community Unit School District 200 Board of Education. The state of Illinois has altered provisions of the Open Meetings Act allowing boards to conduct business via electronic means and enforce limits on gathering size in accordance with CDC guidelines in regard to the COVID-19 outbreak. The current meeting capacity is 50 people. Masks and social distancing are required to attend the meeting. We stand for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Can we have a roll call, please?
Dr. Bidwell? Here. Dr. Ferris?
Here.
Mr. Gilmore?
Here.
Mr. Headley? Here. Mr. Holmes?
Present.
Mr. Maselli? Here. Mr. Parisi?
Here.
So for purposes of those who are tuning in and might not have heard, Mr. Headley has elected to attend tonight's meeting remotely. We have no items on the agenda tonight except for comment and our new business. So we're going to start with public comments. Public comments are an opportunity for the members of the public to address the board directly. Public can also the public can also submit public comments electronically to the Board of Education through the following email address: School Board Public Comments at wcusb200.org. That's School Board Public Comments, CUSB200.org. All one word, no capitalization, no punctuation in the School Board Public Comments. So we'll start at this point with public comments. Do we have any public comments at this time? We do. Okay. Dr. Bowman, will you read that, please?
Sure. Email to the public comment box. It reads, good evening. My name is Jake Bummer. I have one child in the school district. I have some questions regarding this year. How will COVID-19 get some updates be communicated to parents throughout the year? In parentheses, email, text, phone call. When someone tests positive within the district, will their positive test be communicated to staff and students, or does that violate HIPAA? Will contact tracing be pursued to communicate to the rest of those affected so they can quarantine to limit the spread? Who is accountable for enacting the policies and procedures? How does that accountability work? If a metric or guideline isn't met, who is responsible? Is there a liability shield for those who push from opening up the schools and cause COVID cases to increase? Other countries have started school, Israel, Germany, France, and then started off with strict guidelines and then erased those restrictions because of complaints. If CDC guidelines aren't met with, who will continue to enforce them even when pushback from students, staff, and parents continues? More specifically, when class sizes and wearing masks becomes less and less popular, who will be the leader who we can point at that continues to enforce guidelines over the objections of a local minority? Please give me a name and or title of responsible. What is the metric proposed in schools? Is it based on the state data and county? If cases increase exponentially, who makes the call to suspend schools locally or at state level? I'll pass the decision to be made. Our sports and extracurricular activities suspended for these.
Okay. Mr. Bowman, if you're paying attention, I would suggest we address those when we address the plan, and we try and answer as many of those questions as possible at that time.
A lot of them will. I also can call them Brown.
And some of them are likely out of our control. Some of the answers are out of our control. But
Yeah, but a lot of them will be addressed today, and I can actually talk to them tomorrow, talk to them all. That's run out.
But if you're watching, thank you for your comment. Are there any other public comments?
We make sure we don't have any more leaks arising.
Perhaps we can check one more time. Well, once you go through it and see if there's other questions that may be told to submit as a result of the presentation.
Absolutely.
All right. So if you're watching and are interested in submitting a public comment during the presentation on the return to school plan, please feel free to do so at School Board Public Comments at wcusb200.org. All right. We'll move on to staff comments. Are there any staff comments at this time? Any board comments? Nice to see you all again. We've been a while. All right. In that case, we're finished with comments. We'll move on to our next item of business, which is our new business. The sole item being our 2020 to 2021 return to school plan presentation.
All right, so you have in front of you an outline of our plan to return to school. Our first step in this process is to survey our parents, and we have multiple options at different levels of choices for parents. But we, and again, this is up to board input, and we'll do as you wish, but we'd like to offer a virtual option to all parents and students in the opportunity. I think I've had a couple requests for that, and I think giving an opportunity to people from the very start will leave some concerns that some may have. So when our survey goes out, which should be, depending on how this meeting goes, it could be as soon as tomorrow evening or Wednesday. One option will ask for a return in about a week. We can start gauging, some of our decisions. But one option will be a virtual option for our students. Really, stay virtual. We'd like to make that. That's where we'd like to start. The decision from now until through December, the holiday break. I think if we go less than that, we've got some concerns about then if we make scheduling decisions. People come back, that could impact obviously the class size we're balancing now, and then if we make scheduling decisions based on that number. So what we ask for is a commitment that if they want the virtual option, we keep that through the holiday break in December.
Make that make sense?
I think you have to do that for performance. And I think we're just going back and forth.
I'm not sure what you mean by operating option. Can you tell me what are you talking about having the entire district remain in virtual learning, or what are you talking about?
It's an option for a student to go only learn virtually in person.
And if we were to do the plan that has been proposed, what does that mean for the teachers who have those students who opt to be virtual? Does that mean that they have to, let's say we're doing AM, PM? It sounds to me like they're going to have to do the same lessons for each student.
It depends on the level in the number, but in middle school and high school, virtual option will be a live presentation of the class and then doing the work corresponding. Because we have all classes, so we do have to have a live interaction with that class.
So they would, for example, attend one of the sessions via Zoom and then submit to work, is it something along those lines?
In middle school, high school. In elementary, it's really going to depend on what our numbers are, how we do the building. It could be a section district-wide. It really is going to depend on how many students we have to do it, but it's going to be hard. It's going to be harder there to not have a separate program at the elementary level. Which is why we have to do the numbers to see what that. I mean, we can do potentially as an add-on, but we have to talk about what that looks like, because for elementary teachers to do a third out, of course, would be overwhelming. And so we definitely want to see it's not cheap to have a section. We can look at how we do that. These students, the cluster and more than it looks like for one teacher, maybe about district grade or certain grade level. It really, the elementary is going to depend on how many students we have.
And do you have any idea about how that would impact our attendance record and things like that? I mean, if they're attending virtually, does that count as attendance?
Yeah, state's allowing for virtual attendance.
Anybody have any other questions, or is this, I mean, is this like one of the, something you just want to talk about and tell us, or do you want us to discuss?
No, this is a discussion. If you don't mind, we're going off.
Or do you want us, do you want us to get a direction, or is it?
Yeah, absolutely. If you don't want virtual option, that's part of the presentation. That's part of our plan. But if you tell me you don't want that, we can take it off the table. I mean, we haven't put anything out anyway, so that's why we're going to have it tonight, so that you have the opportunity to give us, guidance on that.
I think we need another virtual option.
Yeah, there's kids that are at home without even parents living with them, if they feel uncomfortable with parents, I totally do that.
It's the most common email I've gotten. I haven't gotten a ton of them, but I have a few like that. That's quite a common one that we have heard.
What would happen if, so I agree with saying they have to stay with that option through the first semester.
Yeah.
What happens if we start the first couple of weeks and then somebody says, oh, I want to be
And I think we have to look at the same way, although I think we have to be careful there because there are situations that could occur where we're at, right?
Right.
So I think we have to be a little more fluid there, the other way, because if someone from their house will come down with it and they come to school, we have to provide that opportunity.
Right.
Middle school, high school, obviously, it's a little different, because then we've got a plan in place. Elementary will be, okay, where's our number, and how do we go forward with the thing, and what we have, number one. So yeah, I think we have to be fluid.
Right.
Because things are going to happen, people have to be able to respond to that.
Any more comments on the virtual option? Does anybody steadfastly object to the idea of allowing people to work from home if that's what they choose to do?
The problem would be just
Yeah, we won't, that's why we'll get a survey out and get people to commit with what they want, so we can go with plan, but I don't have any idea what it would, what it would be for sure.
Other districts that I've talked to that have already pulled on this.
there's lots of,
A couple of people I've talked to from other boards that have already pulled on this. It's more than just a handful. One district I've talked to said that they expect only 30% not to come back in the fall. I don't think we're there, and I think part of that is what the community can handle, because frankly, how many children families can really afford to have kids home all day during the school year. But I don't think it's going to be any significant number.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we're prepared for anything, right? I mean, whatever the number is, we can build a plan around it, the number. If the board's okay with that.
I'll say, I want the option, frankly, at this point, I think we're leaning towards availing ourselves of that option, my side. And we'll push it up we can.
Mike, should we just ask you questions, or you?
Well, I was going to go, you can, wherever you want, you can do that, or I was going to go stuff like
Yeah,
that.
you're probably going to answer some of the questions.
Yeah, but if you have, please jump in as we go.
I mean, the only other concern I would have with respect to virtual options, that's not a reason not to do it, but it did seem that when we were doing, effectively doing over the last couple of months, that some of the students were serious about it, some of the students weren't, and, that's all probably acceptable when we're talking about pass-fail, but when we talk about kids who are being graded and are being, monitored and evaluated depending on how they're doing in the classroom and stuff, and you have that problem then, and it creates other issues in terms of accountability and so forth, and I'm wondering how that works in.
And I think it could work both ways. I think a lot of our teachers would have had some accountability the first time around we did it. And I think a lot of kids knew that there was a lack of accountability. Again, we were getting a great turnout of kids. Right? Our turnout for Google Meet was really high. Homework turnout wasn't as high because the accountability was questionable. So I think, again, your point is very valid, and it could come back to us in that way. There are some teachers that would probably say they think it's going to go the other way, that because there's accountability, they're going to see more work turned in. I'll tell you the other thing that we really want, which we're going to have to get rid of right away, is, when a assignment got turned in, we have to really jump on that. So, I mean, it's quicker than we would in a normal year, because of when the virtual option, it's always hanging over our head at any point that we could be remote, right, depending on the phase of the state. So I think with all those factors, just in general, we have to pay close attention to, if you're not turning the time in and not getting a constant jumping on that quickly. But your point's valid. That is a concern. If we put what we call more regular school standards, right, into the remote learning program we did in the spring, what kind of results are we going to get?
But to be explicit right now, we are talking about green grades. We're not talking about going back to any kind of pass-fail option.
No, it's graded.
It is graded.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, the state's allowed us to do that. That's what we're going to want to do. We're going to work with our teachers on graded policies, but yeah, I mean, we feel like it's time to take it back and have that accountability for everybody reasonably.
Anything else on the possibility of virtual learning, virtual option?
Okay.
That's good. This next point there is that, we have 50 different committees meeting with teachers over the next couple of weeks. One of them is our remote learning team. So that, we are going to revamp it and make sure we revise our remote learning plan to encompass the successes we had and work with some things that we want to continue to grow on. Just so everyone's aware that if that does come about, we are still working on a plan there. Have opportunity to do that when we need to. All right, so then, now I'll send you the pre-K marriage pay. I'll send out to everyone so you have a copy of it. So if we start with kindergarten, now we are some consistent themes with all of our plans. Just some of the things that are state mandated, right? Like all students and staff will wear masks in class, in school. We have AM, PM shifts that we're going to present to you at each grade level. We're going to have a 90-minute, 80 in the elementary, 90-minute secondary time period in between AM and PM shifts. We're going to clean the building, disinfect and clean, and that's using CDC and IFD guidelines. Steve has those and work out I think it's been really effective.
With the 80 minutes, that's like a hard 80 minutes, you think, or?
Yeah, so we've got it down to how long it's in a classroom, what we need for staffing each building to get it done. We've built in subs and knowing which we might not have everybody there all the time. So he feels good. And again, this is all hands on deck, right? Like when we go to this, we're getting it done. So, if Brian and I are grabbing the Clorox machine going at one day, this is our priority. But he feels really good about staffing at this today and the ability to do this at the high level. So I'll walk through kindergarten first. So the AM, for kindergarten example, AM shift starts at 8:25, ends at 11:40. That means if you're a live or AM kindergarten student, you're having live instruction for that first portion of the day. In a classroom, now our classes are going to be cut in half. There's a little bit of feedback on Georgia, isn't it? And our desks will all be 6 feet apart. So that's the general guideline of 6 feet, and we're going to be able to get that done with half the class. We can be 6 feet apart in the room. We're going to have to take breaks where we can. Obviously, kindergarten for younger kids. So at that, and again, with our meeting time, it's been truncated, but it'll be enough to get a big chunk of our literacy and math instruction, both kindergarten, first and fifth grade in during the day. Then we'll have your specials, PE, and then PE and music, kindergarten, first and fifth, arts as well, remotely. So if you're an AM kindergarten kid, go from 8:25 to 11:40. Live instruction, classroom teacher, have the students in the class 6 feet apart. Then, again, this is where parents have options. This is another option. Parents then have the option of picking their student up, themselves, family member, whatever they want, or we'll supervise the remote learning portion of the day, because those AM kids then, the second half of the day, they'll do remote learning on the specials, assignments, schoolwork they can do. If they're with us, they'll eat lunch during that time, and we'll get them outside as often as we can, because 6 feet apart outside, they can take their masks off and they can, do a little wiggle room in and just kind of relax a little bit. So for students that are staying with us, then we supervise remote learning. We'll get them out during the day also, whenever the weather cooperates. We talked about getting tents to do up, and we can get them out there rain a little bit. The weather to the point that there'll be a tipping point there.
Quick question on that.
Go ahead, John.
Yeah, so quickly, as per official, that's actual teacher or maybe an aide?
Yeah, it'd be an associate, or depending on how the specials work out. But it could be a portion of that period could be with one of the special teachers. But it won't be the classroom teacher. So the classroom teacher, you have your AM shift, and then your AM kids go to remote learning, and you have your PM shift. But it'll be, I mean, and, the administration will be in there, associates, and then a schedule with those special teachers.
Okay. All right.
Just follow up on that part there, make sure I'm understanding. There won't be, after the first half of the day, there won't be busing home.
Right.
There will be busing home at the end of the day, but there will be busing in for the PM group.
Yes.
And is it, and I don't know if I heard all of it, but is it that everyone's going to have to stay outside for 80 minutes that the disinfecting is happening?
No, because we're going to do it at different stages. So they'll clean one area, we get those students to that area, we'll clean the other area.
So then they're going to be going to the room where the supervised remote learning is happening?
No, if we're in we also, that's the time we're going to utilize to get outside also. Because the students that are going to switch over, that's the time we want to supervise for them to have the ability to go outside. Also. But then in the area we have to know, okay, if you've got 3 or 4 main areas, you have to have one clean before that time break. If you move them in, a whole other area.
So as I understand it, if the student has the opportunity to stay the whole day if they choose to do that,
Absolutely.
and if they do that, they'll be bused both, correct?
Absolutely.
But if they choose to attend only a half day, then it's the parental responsibility to either pick them up at the end of the morning or drop them off at the beginning of the afternoon.
Yeah. Accurate. And there is some leeway there, potentially. That's what we were supposed to say. If parents were to choose one way or the other, and then, we could see if there was a big enough group that we could love to, but that's from their plan.
And then again, just because it's the first time you mentioned in the presentation, I don't know if you want to hold off or stuff like this until the presentation is done.
No,
First time you brought up masks, and I do want to circle back around to Mr. Bummer's question. Are we going to handle enforcement of masks, and how are we going to handle pushback that we're already seeing from masks from a big minority of people, but who is responsible for that, and what are the consequences going to be when you have a student who says, I'm not wearing masks, I've heard it's all over, whatever.
Yeah.
Read your providing mask.
We will, absolutely.
If you're like a kid, like a person like me, I would lose my mask every day.
Sure.
Every day would provide me one and say, well, get the first one free, second one's $5.
Well, we haven't planned on charging them. We've got, it's a good question. We've got some coming from the state. We've got community members make on them, continue to do that, so we'll have those available. These are the order of the lot. So we've got a variety of options coming to us. We don't envision it. The question about having them available, we feel comfortable to be able to have them available. Question, what do you do? I think that varies by grade level too, right? I mean, and severity. If it's out now, we don't believe in wearing masks. The state says that's mandatory to go to school. And we have another option, right? We have a virtual option we're talking about. So if you don't want to wear a mask, the other option then is the virtual option. We've offered it to you, it's there, and that's got to be the way we go. Now, that's a complete stance. I won't do it, can't do it, right? Everything in between, right, of school, we're handling it in a discipline issue. You have to wear a mask. If it's insubordination, then we handle it in coordination, and you have to go from the classroom teacher and the building administration. And that's on an individual student basis of, for whatever reason that day. And I think part of it too, especially the younger students, is teaching them why it's important to wear a mask and why do we have them on and why are we doing it. But at the end of the day, we'll bring a policy revision to you at some point, but our policies, we would expect and they would set our policy, we have to wear a mask to go to school.
And do face shields count as masks?
The state's gone back and forth on it. Currently, there are limited situations where to be with a doctor, no.
Are they still including world languages in that?
There's a couple of, we're working with the health department. Some of that too would be our youngest students, right? The teachers being able to see a teacher form words with their mouth. That's incredibly important when we're in the lead. We're going to work that through. We talked about the department about it, and they're willing to have a conversation about who can have it. There's also face, and I haven't I've heard about them, I've seen them face masks, but the mouth is,
The courthouse interpreters are using them.
yeah, so maybe we can talk about those too for some areas. Because there are, especially when you talk about younger students reading, there are areas where you do need to see someone, you know, their mouth, and how they move. So,
I like the idea that there's, I mean, for the people that are, you know, struggling with the mask requirement, there's a lot built into the plan to give people a break, or give the kids, that everybody will give a break, whether it's being outside, whether it's sitting 6 feet, and doing remote learning. So I think that's very important, so that it's not, you're sitting in a desk for 7 hours with a mask. So I think that putting that in perspective is important.
yeah. And it's going to be tough to get a mask on a kindergarten, man. I don't think anybody's, I mean, we're not under any illusions there. Kindergarten teachers, and they're definitely not. They're, you know, they know it's going to be a lot of teaching. But why are we doing this? Here's how you do it. So,
With respect to lunch, what's going to be,
Are you gonna space all people out, all the kids out 6 feet apart?
so they get their stay.
Right.
So yeah, absolutely. I
Or
guess,
free to lose lunch or whoever's there.
well, if we lose lunch, if they're leaving, then we'll take a bag with them. We'll have that as an option.
But if they're staying,
And we have 60, yeah, that'd be 60 apart anyway, so absolutely.
okay.
All right, any other questions on any kindergarten?
So kindergarten, are they have only remote learning for like music and art?
Yeah, and then they'll probably have skill work too, right? So they'd be, you know, they don't do as much homework per se, right? But it'll probably be, okay, and it rotates by day what you have. Some days you might have CE and you might have music, right? Some days you may have the other one, but there could be skill work, okay, here's a phonics.
So they will see their music teachers once in a break off.
Oh, it'll be the same like they would have anyway. Yeah, they're gonna see PE music like they would have anyway. Well, I mean, it's gonna be either remote or supervised remote, yeah. But they'll still see the same amount of time. Basically the same amount, that's when they're going to see that, it's virtually the same amount of time.
Okay.
And just another mention the bus too. The state limit on the bus is 50. We scaled ours back to between 35 and 38. 50 is really crowded on the bus. And so we've scaled it back to where Diane thinks she can do it. And 35 or 38 isn't quite as crowded. The only time we probably put multiple in a seat would be families. So we've scaled it back considerably.
Like I'm not sure if you're calling the presentation, but I would kind of like to take a step back too with the student screening. Can you walk us through the mechanics of that?
Yeah, sure. So we have made our recommendation, and that's the important one to talk to the board, is taking student temperature every day when they come in the building. There are ways around that necessarily with the state plan, but we would like to do that. And I think the feedback from our staff was too, that I think people in general want to see us do that, just to make sure that we are taking every precaution possible. So it'll be at each building multiple points. Eventually we'll assign certain buses, certain doors, certain car drops, certain doors. In a building like Pearson, we'll have to have 8 or 10 people ready with rewarded thermometers, digital thermometers to your head. We'll have to have 8 or 10 of them ready. We think, we're told, right, we practice ourselves, not live, but we could probably get 10 or 15 in a minute. So if we have 8 to 10 locations, then we talk about being able to get it in the building in we'll call it 10 minutes. In 5 minutes under that formula, we're going to result in room. So within 10 minutes, I think we'll be able to get everybody in.
So like, what does it look like? If I'm a kid and I walk in, I get my temperature 124.
Yeah.
Okay. You don't let them in, you send at the door, so what do we do?
They go to the nurse. There's a holding room.
Okay.
That'll be only for students that have symptoms. And they go there and the nurse, and then you know, 'cause the big debate is, do you do it on the bus or do you do it at school? We just didn't feel like doing it, our bus drivers didn't necessarily feel like that was the best option. We couldn't stack every bus with a second person, and then you got a 5, 6, 7-year-old kid at the bus stop with a 126, and you're having to walk home, and that's a concern. So we chose to do it at the building, because then we have a nurse on site too. The nurse can also then see other symptoms, or, you know, we take a temperature if they have to. It's more of a professional operation once you get to there.
And what happens if symptoms, other symptoms not come occur, occurs during the day? The child starts to cough, or something, maybe have a breathing or other things go on.
Yeah, so in the morning, there's going to be, and I know that I wanted to focus back on, but it kind of goes to your question. There's going to be a symptom checklist that parents will sign off on, or students at a certain age, saying, do you been any of these symptoms? Coughing, lumbar, you've been around someone, you know what I mean? A checklist. But if they start showing indications of that checklist during the day, then the teacher will look at theirs and they're looking.
And would the student necessarily be removed from school if they're showing symptoms?
That's a health decision, right? I mean, they have to look at the severity of symptoms, I'm sure, and the amount of symptoms they're showing. But our nurses work with the health department since March 17th. So I mean, they've been in all the training, protocols, but those are health decisions that our nurses have to consider with the health department.
Are we only applying that to COVID? Let's say it's just a general, they say, well, we don't think it's COVID, but we think it's the flu.
Well, we always, I mean, that's what they always do. I mean, like, if this was pre-COVID and teachers thought you had the flu, they send it to their office, and then diagnose whatever symptoms they might have, and they take whatever course of action. Anything else on Ann Kindergarten?
I have a quick question.
Sure, John.
In terms of that time, she just contracted herself up for the day, but was that work out well?
Yeah, we're talking pretty close. Let's look at okay, so you have to look at contractual day. So, yeah, they'll have the same amount of time. We'll figure out what it looks like exactly. Between, start time and end time. So they'll have the 4 and the 5, yeah. The 4 up, they'll have their contractual work day will be in 4. This plan is,
And our current setup, so I'm sure this is waiting on it.
yeah, oh yeah. And then again, just to clarify too, we'll remote learn, we'll live, AM, PM shifts 4 days a week. Monday through Thursday. Friday will be a remote learning day for students.
Okay.
For students under 13, will they have the option for supervisor not learning on Fridays?
Yes. Yep. Absolutely. That, important part of our plan, we want to provide for our community. And we think that's an important part for us to make sure that people can go back to work and that they can feel down in school to fulfill the needs during the week.
What is that remote learning Friday look like?
It's going to be different by grade level. I mean, it could be, we really want to focus, and that's why we have meetings about all the grade levels and content areas. We really want to focus on a lot of skill levels. If you think about class was 9 weeks in the spring, we lost instruction. So I think, spending some time really looking at are the holes in instruction and skills we have there. And if so, that time of Friday is a good time to tackle that. Also, just about the point from the beginning of the meeting, missing work, what we can tell them that. We want to do that on a weekly basis, not wait for longer. And then, when you get to middle school, high school, some content areas, they want to do longer homework. They want, more in-depth time. So it'll look different by grade.
And if people choose the remote learning for Fridays, supervised,
Yeah.
would that be like a week-to-week thing? If they could, some people have one Friday on the month.
The problem with us, if it increases significantly, for us, it would probably be if they said yes, we'd have them, and if they said no, then they go through that whole line, but, you know, we couldn't fluctuate probably as much, you know, that's probably more voting and those type of things.
Right.
And on Fridays, who's supervising those kids that are coming for, the gates or?
It'd be administration, we might be field research, you know, look and see, like, grade levels, the some focus for sure. All right, so PM kindergarten, obviously, if they want the option, they can be bused in the morning and have remote learning on site. But then they're live instruction from 110 to 425. Again, 60 apartment classrooms. They can break when we can to help as much as possible. And then at 425, everyone, I mean, if you bus anybody there, just tell them we're busing home, they can do 2,010 a day for everybody. The rest of the factors can be stated. And the splits are going to be alpha. And then we have to, dual language is a little bit difficult because there's language variation we have to account for, so it'll be alpha using that. And there's a couple instances that we've got a list, we're going through it where you've got to balance from boys and girls, so no small classes. You know, like we had 111 boy, 1 girl class. So, you know, we'll balance that off a little bit too, but it'll be an alpha base. And at middle school, high school, we're going alpha by 6, 7, 8, and then freshman, sophomore, junior.
Mike, with the remote learning, how much longer do they have this for the students
For this, well, it depends.
than what we had last time? Yeah, assuming they're there for the supervised remote. or
Yeah.
in-person instruction.
Well, if you talk about the live, I mean, it's live instruction, right, that we talk about a lot, because if we were going live, you know, last year, and the average elementary kid was probably going live for, you know, they went live almost every day, but it wasn't for 3.5 hours. I mean, it's really more common.
I'm asking a little bit different question.
Okay, sorry.
Say their actual time at the school, what was the hours, what was the start time and end time for kindergarten last year?
Oh, like on a regular school day?
Yeah, regular school day, start time and end time.
Oh, yeah.
This is a bit longer than that, and they can't remember.
Yeah. It's about an hour longer.
About an hour longer. What did it actually being physically on?
Absolutely. If they're there all day, yeah.
If a parent opts to do this supervised remote learning, does the kid have to stay till 4?
Absolutely not, no. Parents can come here whenever they need or want.
How much of that, how would parents know how far the kid got into remote learning? And if they need to continue it at home?
Well, so in kindergarten, I don't think we're going to look at it at home. Right? I think it's going to be the PE, the music, and the skill work. But skill work is different from homework. Skill work is building on the skills and continuing to do it day after day after day. So in theory, there really isn't a, you know, if you have to get done so much. Potentially, I mean, we can send home, you know, a checklist of how far we got. And I think for the remote learning too, that's where a lot of the meetings we're having, we're going to help build some of those facts and exactly what our teachers, you know, what our teachers want to see in there, and then we look at skills and efficiency, how we build those up to the question. All right. First through fifth. The first, the AM shift in elementary school, 7:20 to 10:40. The break from 10:40 will start up again at 12 to 3:20. Again, for elementary students then, they've got more of the special. So they've got PE, arts, and music all in there. So, you know, their afternoons will have a variety of specials in there. schedule it out. In addition to, for grade level, if you homework, we talked about that, because we're working with our teachers. Because we don't give us homework at lower levels, I think we do more skill work, but once we get to the other elements, it could be a homework assignment to, bring out the class and probably the time and everything. Still though, everyone in math, everyone sits to the part, half the class. Those kids are with us all day, trying to get them outside as much as possible, and get those masks off here. Lots of the same.
Like for most students, the teachers switch in the classroom,
I think we're working on that now still, like, give the teachers in the next couple weeks, we'll figure out what works best there.
So, in fourth and fifth grade and not in the middle school, we started adding some elements to things like after-school clubs and orchestra and band and things like that, are a little different than what you're handling. How are those going to be handled within this rubric?
Well, in elementary, we're still working on the band, but, where our options are available. We are going to see if kids stay, then could be their answer. And if they don't, then we have to look at, does it have to be, remain with the group too? Does it have to be during that middle time to make sure we can accommodate everybody, to accommodate some students during their remote time and some students during their, if not any one time or the other, we can middle block students. That's the conversation we're having. Clubs, I think we're up in the air still. We can figure out that.
I'm sorry, by the middle time, you mean the clean time,
Yeah.
the hour
Yeah.
20? Okay.
That's the opportunity, right? If a student isn't going to stay, that would be the opportunity to tag on the end or on their road. And if the parents can drop you off. So I mean, that's the other, but really the only three options we have, right, are to get it in the morning if they're remote, in the afternoon if they're remote, or in that middle school. I guess we could do after school, but we're ending so late that we can stay away from that for the most part. But it's still on, we're still working with orchestra and band.
How about the after-school club? Are they kind of doing those?
I think we have to do the same thing. Just, part of the problem too is if that is the same kid and the PM kid, you have to get them back off the same club. We have to do those things. So we have that conversation on that. It's going to be tough to do. I think band orchestra, I think we're going to try to work through, obviously, because those are huge programs for us and for they start in, 20-year-olds. We'll get into we'll get through that and have an option.
Yes, sir. Middle school, don't they usually put 5 hours a day? That's during the day, right?
Yeah, in middle school, yeah, but we don't, I mean, our fourth grade orchestra numbers,
Yeah.
are ridiculous, right? I mean, 6% of that fourth grade last year, I think, took orchestra, which is amazing, right? And that really is. This year, it's something we got to figure out. It's still amazing, but figure out what does it look like and how does it work. But we're committed to doing that because, again, it's an important program. We want to get off of that. In middle school, it works with top for those particular first band orchestra.
So I think this sort of, not exactly the same or anything like that, but one of the questions that I'm getting on is students with IEPs, students who are going through occupational therapy, speech therapy at school. It seems to me, I mean, it almost seems like there'll be more opportunity potentially for the kids who are there all day to meet one-on-one and do those things with our service providers. Are you talking to them, or have they had a conversation yet?
Yeah, I mean, those are the main schedule, absolutely. And I think, that was a big concern in spring for, I think, everybody, when we talked to the IT behind each minute. So, absolutely, getting them back in the building now and looking at what is the best opportunity for each student. It's different, right? Individualized for each student and how we best service them. If they're all day in the elementary model, absolutely, there's a variety of times that we could get them and have service providers work with them. But there are opportunities there for sure. And again, there too, if the parents is going to pick up and we say, okay, can you pick up, an hour later, right? Or drop off an hour earlier and work something in there too. I think there's lots of different options. And there, Lisa's meeting with them in the next 2 weeks. I don't remember the exact date, but those are meetings between our special directors and service providers to see different options we have. So that's a good point.
Does this, any of these plans, it almost sounds like in some ways that, as Don says, it opens up some opportunities that we didn't have before. But then you got a question of, part of the reason we're doing this is to keep kids spread apart and not in direct contact with each other. And the question becomes, if you start putting too much stuff into remote learning, we have a problem with remote learning time. We have a problem in terms of spacing at that point.
Well, that specific one, but that's like most speech things are for one or the other small groups. So that's not a concern. And or orchestra, I think again, you have to look at spacing incredibly important. And that's what we look at, you know, whether it be outside or in a bigger area, how you use it. But yeah, I mean, we're committed to 6 feet, I mean, whatever we do. So we're not bending, none of our plans bend on that. I think, you know, moving around a little bit to your point, it's just some of that, but I think it's just going to become, you know, our new normal has to be spacing in the hallway, spacing everywhere we go. But you know, none of those options will overwhelm our learners. The second half was then elementary would be 12 to 3:20. At 3:20 then we're done for the day. Middle school, our AM shift. Now middle school and high school work differently with the schedule too. So in middle school and high school, we have every class every day, but it's live every other day. Because, so, this is what I gave examples of earlier, like the students and schedule. But, you know, the first 4 classes I have in middle school, high school, right? Algebra, geometry, Spanish, whatever it is. I'm going to be live on an AM shift. Those are going to be remote for PM. We're still going to have those classes, okay, if they're remote on the day that they're live in the AM. And my 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm going to be remote from the AM okay, on that first day. And next, we'll call it A day. On B day, on Tuesday, this model, we invert that. Start at 9. 8, 7, 6, 5, and 4 before, lunch before, after. We do the exact opposite way, so that you get the class live on Tuesday that you had more on Monday. So if you have every class every day, because the big struggle we have is instructional time. So we felt like at the high school, middle school level, we lost so much instructional time. We have every class every day, live every other day. And what that live role looks like is going to vary by teacher, by classroom, by content area. But it gives our kids the opportunity, I think, to get every, you know, we really want as much content as possible. Now I see them every other day, so I think it adds a different spin to even if it is remote learning on those other days when you know you're going to see them the next day, you hold them accountable, right? If they have questions, you can get them easier, and if there's a conversation you want to continue, I think it's going to provide a better overall learning experience for us.
We just got an email that people can't hear what we're saying because of the mask. We may want to talk up and enunciate. So, and they're asking if there will be a transcript since they're having a really hard time understanding.
Meetings are posted live for this
Yeah, hopefully the live there. It's posted, hopefully. Can you hear it? You don't think you can hear George? Or?
It is muffled, I think, is part of the issue.
That's what we came to hear it all.
Yeah, so, I mean,
Is there any way to improve it, George?
yeah, I tried to turn the sound up. You saw the feedback we got when I did that.
If we move the tables up toward the microphone, does that help?
It will, but it'll reduce the distance between you.
We go straight forward?
We go straight forward.
You could.
There was a typo. We saw a typo.
Okay.
Is that better or no, George?
It is coming out better. Let me see if I move the camera underneath the speaker.
What was the typo?
I'm not sure I understand it, so I want to make sure that.
It says remote learning on the PM shift. It should
It's
go.
just a live instruction from 112 to 420 on the PM shift.
Okay.
This is probably goes back to elementary a little bit. Going to the rate center or
That we're gonna work on it, some because, I mean, I don't think anyone can do a field trip outside the district, but, and, you know, we're really gonna limit where kids are, so it's probably on mobile for now.
I'm not entirely clear on how the middle school works, because it sounds like there are elements of what's in the description that seem to be contrary to each other. So it sounds like the middle school, looking at the notes on the right-hand side, talks about middle school AM shift live instruction, starts at 8:25 a.m. and ends at 11:33. And then down below, it says the schedule, the A day is the first through ninth period, and the B day is the first through ninth through first period. I get that. Then it says students will have every class, every day, and live instruction every class, every other day. And I don't know how you get 9 periods in from 8:25 to 11:33. Is that what?
Okay, so I sent you I don't know if you had a chance to look at it on the schedule. Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Okay. So it walked through, okay, so if I'm, I'll do an 8-period day. So let's say I have algebra first hour, Spanish, literacy, math, study hall, P, science, and algebra. Okay, so I've got 8 periods, I've got 8 classes, okay? First hour is algebra, and everything just like that. So on a day, I'm an AM student, okay? So I'm live in algebra, live in Spanish, live in literacy, live in math, okay?
Okay.
Now, let's say, and then I'm an A, I'm an average, okay? If I'm a Smith with the exact same schedule, I'm a PM, because that means I would be learning remotely on an A day in algebra, Spanish, literacy, and math. Okay?
Okay.
Now in the afternoon, so now we have a break. In the afternoon, I go home, I'm an AM kid. I study hall remotely. I use a bad example, but I use it, okay? PE, science, and orchestra. I have those remotely on my A day.
All right, thank you.
The Tom, I'll walk through some of the home good question too. If I was at Thomas, right, the PM, okay, now I'm live, study hall, PE, science, and orchestra. Which actually sounds like a pretty good day to go to school. That's all I science was in there 2 feet, so that's okay, I know. Now on the next day, the B day, we flip it. So now orchestra's first, then science, then PE, then study hall. So I now have the classes live that I was remote the day before. And then if I'm a PM kid, I'm a Smith, right? Then I have, when I come live, I have math, literacy, Spanish, and algebra, which I have remotely the day before. So every other day you're live.
Okay. And on your notes, you said that, looking at the middle school AM shift, you said families with children under age 13 may choose to have their students stay at school. That says all of their eligible students will be less than 11:33, which means if you're 14 and over, you're going home. Is that correct?
In our plan, if you'd like me to change that, I can, because that's the state recommends at 13 because that's the legal age. If the board would like us to change to make it all middle school students, we could do that. That was just our proposal. It's willing for, it's up to your guidance. We should probably, that's a good time to talk
I
about
can't
that.
imagine there's a significant, is there that many 14-year-old kids in the school that it makes it that much harder to allow them to stay?
It's more kids, but if you want to do it, we can do it.
I mean, my personal feeling, my personal preference would be the same thing for everybody, and
then we don't have to get into who's going and who isn't. It's just if you, anybody wants to stay for the remote sessions, can stay for the remote sessions if that's what they decide they want to do.
I think that's a big space for it, though, isn't it? I mean, we're talking about finding space for all the kids to do remote. We have an age where the state says kids go home.
No,
It's they're not saying that. They're saying it's an age at which they're allowed to go home because they look at that as being an adult, self-supervising age. But, I mean, if I'm a parent, I think I want the kids to be supervised, not be told they have to go home.
Yeah, but this is, I mean, I'm reading it as kids under 13. So you're talking about adding 13 and 14?
Well, we can do whatever you want. I mean,
That's a lot of kids.
it's a big difference, but if the board's comfortable with it, we can offer. I would think at some point, some parents are going to lean one way or the other, right? So you can put in parents' hands, or we can, follow the kind of lateral law of the state. If there's people that prefer either way.
My concern would be accountability. At that age, I think, I don't think it should be they say do their e-learning, or their decisions, their family's decisions, but I don't think they automatically they go home.
Sorry, I see Creekside being a big space crunch, right? With Furrywood being there, and Creekside, and the shared lunchroom and the shared gym. I don't think this affects either high school. We're going to have space for all the kids to stay during the day at the high school. I think probably the same could be said about Northwood. The Creekside, how much, have you looked at the space?
Yeah, I mean, it's a concern, but, we brought the curriculum, we've got 2 gyms. That cuts down with new PE when hold on, it's an option. We've got their cafeteria, we've got the wall, we've got their cafeteria, potentially the library. I mean, the ball, we could find, if we have to find space, we'll find space. Yeah. It's easier not to, but it's absolutely a question of if the board feels like that's what we want to do, we could do it.
So what if, and I'm just throwing this out there, essentially what we're saying is that for the elementary school, it's an out of staying for the whole day. If the parents don't come and pick the kid up, they're staying for the whole day. If the parents have to pick bus, they're staying for the whole day. What if we do it as an opt-in for the kids 13 and over, where the parents say, they're staying for the whole day, otherwise, if there isn't an opt-in, then they're home.
I'm fine with it. I just don't like the idea of telling, I know my 13-year-old, but I would not have wanted him home from 11:30 in the morning until 5 o'clock in the afternoon if I was working and I had no supervision for him. And I think that's one of the things we need to take into account is that parents are relying to some extent about the schools for that period of time.
We worked really hard to be clear.
It shows. I'm not saying you didn't. It's clear you did, but that's one of the things that people are concerned
I get it. I knew that. That's the point we knew this stuff. I totally understand. If you want to opt in, you can absolutely do that.
I mean, the other element of it is I think it's the only age at which there isn't an option to stay. If you're sending them home and it's mandatory, I think it's the only age on any of our
high school we're home.
You're requiring them to go home?
We're busing them. I don't know why a high school kid wouldn't. They could stay if they wanted to.
Well, but I'm saying, it looked to me like on any of them except for this one,
the high
there's
school
an option to stay for the remote session.
The high school, we don't expect people to stay for remote learning at the high school. We would think they would want to. The buses run, the 13 was the caveat here. The buses run at the high school and take them home at our break.
I think if we can accommodate the space, it's great to have that as an option for all of middle school.
So what if you talk to numbers if we can, 14 minutes? It might be space,
But it's going to be tighter. We don't have any ideas to actually put out and get feedback on it. But we'll find room. Whatever we have to do, we'll find it.
I just wonder, not worst case scenario, best case scenario probably, we have all of our middle school students return and all of our elementary school students return. I just see Creekside and Furrywood finding that space. I think it's going to be difficult. You've got probably the orchestra room, the band room, the library, the gyms, at 6 feet. That's tough.
Yeah, it makes it tougher. There's no question. It makes it tighter for sure. But it does, I mean, it does give more parents an option on, that's, I mean, whatever you tell us to do, we'll make it work. And I absolutely, it's a legitimate concern, I understand that.
I'm fine with the opt-in, that's fine by me, but if that's the way you want to handle it. And I'm just pointing out, having read through them before, the high school AM shift and PM shift does have a provision that says students who stay for a supervised remote learning session will have an option for lunch, which it suggests to me that there is an option to stay at the high school for a supervised remote learning session. People may not take it up, but it is the option to do that. This one is the only one that seems to say, if you're 13 or under, you can stay at school, but otherwise, you're going home, and it does seem to suggest that, and that's why.
That's absolutely, yeah, no, you're right. If you want to move to an opt-in, we can do that.
Does anybody have any other thoughts on that?
So you'll just remove the statement that students may choose to have their families, families may choose to have the students stay at with the age.
We'll write it in, say under, over 13 over, parents have the opportunity to opt in to stay for remote. And when we do our survey, it'll be an option so that they can check. If my student is over 13 and middle school, but I would like to opt in and maybe have remote, supervised remote learning.
Okay, the only just as this, you've got a survey that goes out. We get fairly good responses, but we don't get 100% response. And the question becomes, somebody comes back and doesn't do that, and then shows up at school and says, I want to opt in. Is that going to be too late at that point to do it? If we have an option?
They're going to have to call. We're going to answer. They're going to call. I mean, the buildings know this. Once it goes out, we'll have a week to respond. But we need to know. So they're going to continue to call until they get an answer. If they don't get an answer, then we probably figure they're going to be with us, right? So the opt-in, opt-out will be one to live with them. But the buildings are aware that, I mean, well, so it's like we'll be back on the 20th, and, by 21st, 22nd, they're going to be on the phones, making sure that we get respond. Any other questions on the middle school? Okay. All right, so high school, the schedule concept's the same. 8:15 start, ends at 11:18 for the AM session. Building's clean from 11:18 to 1:03, and 1:03 to 4:10 is remote learning for the AM, live learning for the PM. Schedule the same way, inverted for the second day, 8 days a week. You might let them call blue, white, or teal and white, or we'll name them one. We'll name them a clear way that we can delineate between the two different days. Well, the traveling teachers don't like that, they just want A and B because it's confusing. We'll give it to them. And transportation is consistent throughout the whole plan. Masks are consistent everywhere. There are some other things that we're still working on, but in buildings, we're going to have to look at hallway flow and how we manage that the best way possible, specifically in high school. Probably looking at one-way hallways where we can do it, working with the architects to get the best flow possible. We're going to move to the water filling stations and not water fountains. Water fountains are kind of a petri dish, so the filling stations work better. We're going to need more of those in the buildings. We have those too. Between that and the temperature check, the COVID check. Someone just emailed about COVID screening. We don't have the ability to do that through any apparatus currently. We can refer them, but we haven't been offered any opportunity to do that. What do they need right
test?
Yeah, I think this person's asking for, is there a plan to require periodic COVID screening for students and staff? So will there be a reporting mandate if a family member of a student or staff that's positive? And, I mean, I think they're just concerned about, you know, how to manage all that.
In the plan, do we have an answer on reporting when you know a positive test of a student or staff member?
Yeah, I mean, you know, the county health department told us they're going to contact trace, which means if you were, you know, their definition and the state definition is within 6 feet for more than 15 minutes. So they're going to work through and we're going to have to find out who was within 6 feet for more than 15 minutes. And I think the county, from what they said, they're probably going to be a little more aggressive on that. We're probably going to have to prove someone wasn't within 6 feet for 15 minutes, which I'm fine with, but I think better safe than sorry. So that is a process we'll go through. The actual reporting back, I think we'll work out, because there are different, you know, restraints there, but I think the contact tracing, I mean, if we're going to do it with the student, we have to let a parent know, in my opinion. So through contact tracing, we'll be letting people know.
And I'm sorry, I don't remember this in the guidelines, but there
Well,
are
we're talking about student, so I make me think about student education for concern. What about fire drill?
Yeah, fire drills, fire drills have to work through quickly because we want to have something in place at the start of the year. Fire, shelter in place, all the drills, we're going to have to work through what those look like for sure, absolutely. But we still got to do them because, I mean, at some point we have to be, so have students prepared. But that, we got that question from staff, we're still working through it, John, that's a good question.
And code red as well?
Yeah, code red, we work through, absolutely, we've worked through that as well.
Okay, I just didn't know if you thought that first.
Yeah, well, we don't really answer yet, we know that it's on a list of questions we're still working through, but absolutely.
Okay.
And just, we aren't going to use lockers. Although, I said that, and then when we start talking to teachers, they don't want to have coats. So the state said don't use lockers, we're still working through that, but there's a concern about coats, like it's cold. So, as a that's our answer, that might be fluid too. But I think the thought is, if kids can just get from point A to point B quicker, carry less things if they have to, then we're in better shape. But with the code issue came up, I think that's one we have to work on long term also.
And then I didn't want to jump on John coming in remotely, but when we do have a positive case, we have state guidelines, and are we going to have to enact a guideline or a policy about when the student's going to be readmitted or when the staff member is going to be readmitted to the school? How long is that?
Yeah, I mean, I think the policy, you know, I think it's still, we're going through the IDPH and the local health department on both those, so it's a little bit of a quandary. I think we're going through IDPH's rules, but the governing arm here, the health department, has been very good, and it's been open, and they have weekly meetings that we attend virtually. So I think we have to make sure that everyone there is on the same page. I don't always give that answer until I just double check with you know, I mean, I know right now, like in athletics, you know, if anyone was test positive or come in contact within 14 days, you know, I also want to update you closer to the start of school because those numbers are fluid sometimes too. But absolutely, we are working with both organizations to make sure we're on the same page. And the Connecticut Health Department is going to investigate any cases here, so I think that's probably our go-to.
I think we hit on most of the questions that I got. I'm just going through Mr. Bummer's set again from the beginning. Who are we following in terms of the policy on sports and extracurricular activities other than orchestra and band?
Yeah, so the athletics are following the ISSA at the high school level, and that's been an ever-changing process. Currently it's very restrictive. You know, you can't scrimmage, no contact, mask everywhere. I don't see it moving past that. If it does, then we have to look. At one point, actually, they were a little more open on football, and we weren't allowing contact because it just didn't make sense. So, there's always the possibility we'd be more restrictive than wherever we're dealing with. Middle school, they aren't governed, but the ISA exists. We're not a member of it, all sports, but we'll follow. I mean, you know, if we don't have contact or events at the high school, I don't know if we have in the middle school either. It's a I think the next 2 or 3 weeks will really be telling in that area. Anything else?
Did we make it through the high school?
I can keep going. I mean, most of the information is similar, but do you have any other questions?
I have a list of questions, but I was kind of waiting till the end to see what
Let's go. All right.
Is it fair to
Yeah. Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So I had asked you this through email, but with wanting to capture, 3.5-ish hours of live learning a day, is drop-off going to be a little bit earlier so that that's, 8:15 or 7:20?
Yeah, I think the fluid process there too is figuring out the fine line, because we don't want people there longer than they have to be. And then how quick we can get people actually through, right? Like, I mean, we're running practices and we're doing 8 to 10 people a minute. Can we keep that up on game time? You know what I mean? Or not? So I think that's a fluid process of what time, I mean, we also don't want people here, I mean, in a lot of buildings, now the elementary not so much because they start so early, but no, so high school, you will have kids coming, earlier and earlier. I think we're going to try to limit that till closer to the start of the day, just to limit exposure.
Okay.
But that is contingent on how long, if it takes us double the time to get kids in, then we're going to change it.
Right. I'm just remembering, all of the meltdowns that I saw kids having as they got out of the car line, and then that takes up time, and you can't just scan them and then sit.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. I think, honestly, it's a good question. I think until we do it a couple times, we're going to have to play with it a little bit.
Okay.
Before you go on, in line with that, what's going to happen with 0-hour classes for high schools? Are they going to?
Yeah, we're working on it now. They're probably going to be in the cleaning period. That's, if we do it, we talk a lot about the knowledge of the teacher. If we do it in the front end, an afternoon kick that go and come back, which we've gotten some feedback that people rather have it in the middle of the day if possible.
So this might be more through 5, but I know at the end of e-learning last year, at least for K, because that's where I was at, that it was the same for every kindergartner in every class, in every school. Is that going to be the same, where it's the same remote learning across the grade and all the teachers are contributing, or will it be just by their classroom teacher doing their remote learning?
Well, you mean the second half of the remote learning day?
Or like Friday?
Yeah.
Will it be the same remote learning for every
The skill work will be different. Yeah.
Okay.
It's good and bad what you just said, right? The fact that we have consistency was really good. I think that was a really fun part of the plan. We also want differentiation, right? And the fact that every kid's different, we want to meet those needs in the class. And so going backwards, we want some of that also, right? That we can really start narrowing down the kids that have strengths to build on, right? Or areas we continue to throw in, and using it to do that too. So it'll be a balance of those.
Okay.
I could hear you saying on Fridays, so every teacher who teaches doing e-learning, they'll all be the same lesson, like those.
If it's skill work, it depends what it is, right? It depends on the grade level. It's going to be different. But in K-5, if we're really focusing on skill work, the skill work would be similar. Potentially could be things we want to really hit on from the time before, but it also, there could be kids where we have to do enrichment, right? Or and those opportunities to do that too. So it's going to vary.
Do you know in what ways the calendar is going to change yet?
Yeah, I think we'll talk about that. We're going to meet as a calendar committee. Actually, we have to take election day off. We're supposed to build as a calendar. A law passed in the last 2 months. But other than that, late starts, we'll have to really look at. I don't know if we'll fit those in. We haven't talked about any changes other than that.
Okay.
Parent-teacher conferences are going to look different, but I would think we want to keep them. Just have them look different, because I think it's going to be still important to contact the parents and let them have an idea of what's going on.
So you're thinking no late start?
Yeah, as instruction moves a lot of the time that, that we need.
I kind of asked this question, but will dual language and world language instructors be wearing face shields or masks?
I think we have to work on that still because I think the health department and the IDPH have different interpretations of that rule. So we're trying to, just like I said, we have different organizations we're trying to get together. I do think also there are the masks with the clear that we'll look at too. I've heard about that from some people.
Right.
As a possibility maybe. The health department, I mean, they'll tell you masks are better than shields. And they prefer masks and say those too. We have to work on this. Let's look at now.
Will kids be able to drink water regularly through the day? Like, will they be able to keep their water bottle with them and take their mask down and drink?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
And we're gonna have the water stations to fill, so it'll be easier.
Okay. I'm halfway through. Thanks, guys. Will there be a way, and I asked this in email too, have you guys thought any more about a way for students to meet their teachers beforehand in smaller groups?
Yeah, we're gonna really work on that because I also think as much as this is a change for students, it's also a change for teachers. I think we have a lot of teachers coming back to it. They haven't been in school since March either, so I don't know if we'll be able to do that or not. Because those first 3 days, we're going to really look at how we utilize that time. But, the building will work on different ideas and ways to do that potentially.
Okay. Will the dual language students I don't know if this might apply to middle school too, since they can stay for remote learning. Will they have a bilingual aide supervising them?
That's kind of on the building what we have available. I mean, that'd be a great situation if we could.
Okay. For those that e-learn at home the other half of the day, and I know you guys have talked about for K through 5 that STEM are PE and music a lot of the time. Will you guys be providing the supplies for the students to do that work at home?
We're still working on that. I don't know if we could. It probably depends on the class. I've had a conversation with teachers that, but I wouldn't want to say one way or the other.
Because it seems like some of those require items that not everybody would have or be able to access or afford.
Yeah, or if you do things that people do have. I mean, I think that's the other side of it, right? You do things that people do have.
Right. Okay.
I mean, when we meet with STEM, we can talk about them too, and that's one we're absolutely, I would think, every one of the harder ones.
Yeah. How is this going to impact standardized assessment for the students this year? Will you guys be able to do it at all or no?
You mean like state tests?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's the federal government, dictates that, and the state of Illinois works with them, so they waived it last year. We have no control over that.
How are you guys planning on evaluating the students and where they're at if you can't use some of those assessment measures?
Well, the state test, is only once a year anyway. We still, K-5, we use the math, because, we'll probably continue to use those in some way. I mean, you have to look at the amount of time it takes,
Right.
where it's seated, when you do it, so there's a lot of factors, but there are opportunities to use some of those assessments.
Okay. Yeah, I just wasn't sure because it would eat into that 3.5 hours.
It's a fine line, right? And we have a lot of cases with teachers about, like math tests, which is a tool we use, is it works to give us the time, instructionally, should we wait to do it in the winter or the spring? And those are all conversations that are ongoing. So this is a really good question.
Will K get one-to-one technology?
But we will have it ready, absolutely, in case we were home.
How is this going to impact the...
The other thing about K2 is though, they also, I don't know if you want to know, but they also talked about wanting more paper available at some point too, because I think some feedback of parents was, if you're not able to complete as part of the entire operation constantly. So we talked about having packets available in kindergarten also. So that was the feedback we got from a number of people. Patricia's working on both of that.
Okay. Last question. What will all of this look like for the Life Connections kids and the medically fragile kids?
Yeah, Lisa's working on that. And that's a really individual question.
Okay.
Because all those kids are so different.
Okay.
you know, it's an IEP question, it's a family question, so we're working through all those things. She's meeting with the teachers in the next couple weeks, and then reach out to the families as well.
Okay. Now,
All right,
I've got the end of my list.
let's go.
Okay, so we talked about IEPs and the other side challenge board, was that?
We're meeting with the gifts as well. We're going to get that in.
During the cleanup period, or is that going to be?
It could be, again, it's one of those meetings we have scheduled. I don't think we've worked out an exact plan yet. That time, 30 minutes after time, which before obviously comes into play potentially. I don't know how much remotely, to tell you the truth. So, I mean, that'd still be an option in an option remote time also. So I think, but we have scheduled time for teachers to work out the plan.
And then obviously we don't know yet, but assuming we have a sizable portion of the class opting for remote learning, how are we choosing the faculty that's going to be responsible for that kind of remote learning?
Yeah.
It's going to be different.
It's going to really depend on our numbers, because there's a couple different ways to do it, and we won't know until we are, you know, is it a small section district-wise, is a section in each building, is it small enough that we should handle it? With a couple, you know, there's a couple people that could do it different ways, but it's really going to depend on what our size looks like.
And then, you know, I feel it's interesting with some of the updates that we've gotten as a board about how we're using technology for collaboration in the classroom, particularly in junior high and high school. I think that's going to work pretty well, even with the, you know, just the eyes in to the classroom. But even with that, obviously, there's some challenges that the teachers and the students are going to face with e-learning. What are we doing in terms of professional development? Is that already?
So
I got to assume there's been some salesmen talking about district.
Yeah, but we had 2 fee offerings this summer at no cost for a couple different people. We have another one coming up, it's 23rd, 24th. So we're trying to offer a lot of different opportunities to teachers on, you know, how do you teach in this environment? What works, what doesn't? You know, a lot of that stuff too. The best focused people are our teachers, right? When they go through that stuff and they can say, hey, I went and saw, you know, this class or I saw this presenter, and, you know, when the person next to you does it and it works, there's no better sales job than that. So we have a lot of different options going on like that. You know, when we look at our 3 days, when we come back, we have 2 days, our staff has asked for and we're responding with, you know, just a lot of practical work, like one math, notes, I think, but then just teaching in this environment, how do we do it, what's the best way to manage it, to reach kids, all those kinds of questions.
That's fine.
I got a sprain on my neck from going, right?
We'll go easy on
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, I think it's very comprehensive. You guys put a lot of work into it. I'm anxious for school to start again and for some sense of normalcy in this world we're living in. So thank you. I appreciate the work everybody put in, staff, teachers.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it really is, you know, we gave opportunity for staff, optional staff meetings last week. We had about 700 people virtually attend the meetings. And so our staff is really engaged and involved and ready to go. And to really do everything they can to make this a positive experience for our kids. You know, it's a really good outline of the plan. We still have to work a lot of details out with our staff, and that's what the next couple weeks is really going to be focused on. And we're excited about that too, because our staff is really committed to doing what's best for our kids. They have all the experience of what happened in the spring to fall back on. You know, and then, you know, once we get out to our families and see what our numbers look like, we can help, you know, really fine-tune some of our plans. And, you know, we're excited. I mean, it's a challenge, but having kids in the building, the first time in the middle of March, will be music to all of our ears, right? And just having kids here, knowing that they're with us and we can interact with them again. I should also mention we want to close the building to visitors. If the board is okay with that.
Oh,
Okay. We're trying to limit contact as much as possible.
Well, it's an impressive plan, given, I mean, there's so many moving parts and so many details and things that expecting everything to be figured out at this point is,
Right.
and then it's probably impossible. I mean, we know that when this actually comes into play, things are gonna change and things are gonna get adjusted and we'll figure out how it goes. But, I mean, it's a really good outline and I hope that the discussion is quite on the things maybe I hadn't thought about before.
Absolutely. Yeah, we appreciate, I appreciate the feedback that we're giving us. We'll revamp this. Maybe tomorrow night, if not Wednesday, he's working on it. Because when we send it out, we're gonna send it out with their, like, if you're named kindergarten parent, you're gonna get a named kindergarten sheet schedule PM. So we're separating them and sending them out that way. I think it'd be less confusing, hopefully. So all that work's being done now to separate those into all those different groups and send the messages out in the survey. You know, once we get information back, we can try to work forward. We did have one other comment about the audio not coming in. So I think people were looking for the information about the split. Hopefully, I'll contact this person, but when we send the information out to people, you know, we're going to have people to contact us with any questions. We'll try to do maybe a live social media event too for parents.
And even if you include that sample that you did and the email for us, I think that really helps.
Yeah.
Any comments from the two members of the public who attended? Questions?
We have concerns about the busing. I mean, 30 kids in the bus still seems, there's no way that's 6 feet. And then the lunch and the crowded shared areas are big.
Well, the lunch, because we're not, the majority of kids aren't eating lunch, you know, the 6 feet, some kids aren't eating the lunchroom. I mean, that's, you know, they're probably going to eat in a remote learning area. The bus is not 6 feet, but it's, you know, we went from 50 to 35. They felt like that's a number where we can spread them out. I mean, it's not, the bus is not 6 feet. That's true.
Kids go over the next.
They have to, yeah, they have to wear masks on the bus.
And then who's going to enforce that? Or
Well, the bus driver will enforce it. That's I mean, again, the kid has a mask off, you know, on a trip, but once they get to the school, and the bus driver is going to be good about letting everybody know who it was and where it was. So I think, you know, there again, if you can't wear a mask, you can't ride the bus. I mean, I think, you know, that should be our message on the mask thing is, you know, and again, there's a difference between taking it down once, right, or whatever, and just defiantly not wearing it or being, you know, insubordinate, but we can't allow that. I mean, there are options to go on wear masks virtually. I think that's something for us to fall back on.
will there be a cleaning process on the buses between the morning and the noon?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. They've got the same, you know, we've got like Clorox machines, and they've got them out there too that we can use to clean up. Absolutely.
I guess my only question again is what's the difference in schedule between middle school and high school? And there's that 14-year thing where they go home. Could you explain that again?
Oh yeah, sure. So the schedule in middle school and high school are the same as far as, I mean, yeah, they're on the exact same schedule. So the board made a change. We were, the state says under 13, the state recommends, right, you have a plan under 13. So we built that because we want families to be able to work and, you know, do all that. The board's asked that over 13, we still let parents opt in, right? So that parents can say, we don't want our kids coming home in middle school. We want them staying with you. So, like, if you can opt in, then we keep your students for the remote learning session. So they'd be in middle school all day. That's going to be your option.
Right. So again, it's the space issue at Creekside.
Yeah. Well, so we've got, you know, 6 feet apart. We've got 50, you know, we can only put 50 in space. We've got 50 in the cafeteria. We've got a wall in the gym, 50 on each side there. So that gets to 150. Then you start picking out rooms, right? The library, I don't know, 50 in there. The bogs are huge. So I mean, probably 50 the big ones. I mean, I'm talking about 250 kids now. Half of Creekside was 770 maybe. So I mean, you're talking about, you know, I mean, it's going to be tight, but close. We're going to find the room. I mean, whatever we have to do to find 6 feet, you know, we're going to put, people can come visit because we're going to put access. I mean, honestly, you know, like we did here, they put access. We talked about it.
But my message to ask the Keeley, if I write it down, having kids if they're having to stay for 3 hours, sitting on wood chairs.
But when they're remote, we're gonna have to get them out outside. That's the other thing we talked about. I don't know if you guys are here for that part. Whoever's with us remote, whenever, as many times as we can during the day, we need to get them outside and get them the masks off and let them get, you know, get the wiggles out a little bit. So I mean, that's part of our plan. And then, there again, if you're at your seat standing up, you're still 6 foot apart.
Right.
So we've gotta have that.
But they will be on the floor, I guess, so.
No, we're gonna have
You're
that.
saying they're trying to find us?
Oh, yeah, yeah. We're taking half of them out of both high schools, so, because, I mean, capacity, a lot of the groups are coming out by half, so. And we had 700 or 800 that we got around the district, so we think we'll be able to do that.
Does anybody else have any questions or comments pertaining to the school reopening plan? All right, and so just in summary, basically from kindergarten through 5th grade, they have the option to stay for the whole day. That's extended now through 8th grade. And at high school, it will not be an option, is that right? Okay, if there are no further questions or comments, then I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Dr. Ferris, seconded by Dr. Bidwell. Roll call, please.
Dr. Ferris,
Yes.
Dr. Bidwell,
Yes.
Mr. Parisi,
Yes.
Mr. Maselli,
Yes.
Mr. Holmberg,
Yeah.
Mr. Headley,
Yes.
Mr. Gilmore,
No. We just got a comment show up on our comment, so I'm going to entertain that before we go.
Okay.
A question, and then I'll say it. It says, this is from Mrs. Ryan Schmidt. I am concerned that the students who are logging in from home will not be able to get the full content of daily lessons. For example, during this board meeting, it is nearly impossible to understand the speakers because of constant background noise coming from fans, alert sounds from a phone, etc., and masks. Please, at schools without air conditioning, most classrooms have at least 3 fans running, which causes a lot of noise. We may need to reteach lessons when we see remote kids live the following day. In addition, teachers would be using a Chromebook to stream their lesson, which greatly restricts how and where the teacher can teach. He or she will need to be standing directly in front of the Chromebook the entire time in order for the remote students to hear and see the lesson. She's in 7th grade literacy.
Yeah, we could probably, we have to look at microphones potentially. I don't know what kind of option we have there or not, but we're going to have to look at different options. I mean, everybody's different, right? I mean, some people might be able to hear better than others. We're going to work through it next week, just make a concern. We did have, I got an email to it wasn't to us, but someone thought we should Zoom and not do public meetings because it's the first public meeting.
Okay, now I change my vote to yes. Adjourn.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.